same with Timber in that if you don't have lockdown, you're effectively playing a 3 that's more like a 2, right? Whereas Mars, if you have a good game, you jump off to a lead, you're going to be fine. But if you fall behind, it's cool. You're still a great team fighter in the mid game, and you have stuns, which we're certainly missing in the second game for them.
That's the fallback plan we talked about, right? Like Timber, if it's not ahead, what does it do anymore? Whereas Mars, we've seen in previous series, he can have a terrible laning phase, but he'll just sneak in a bit of farm, and all of a sudden, where did this hero come from?
Blink and butt spear.
Points away.
Oh, they're going back to
Bangalore
the
opener.
Bango.
It's a typical OG setup where it can be effectively any position. And when you first pick, it's nice because you just, before you commit really anything, you just have this nice team fight, decent laner, and you get to free reign to respond to your enemy's opener. And this is something I love to see first picks do. Whether it's a Pugna, whether it's a DP, a Pangolier, you just pick something solid that checks a few boxes, regardless of the role. And Mars, wouldn't be surprised to see a Snapfire.
Nope.
Take over the Phoenix themselves. All right, now do you Snapfire is the question, or was that banned out and I didn't notice?
I don't think it did get banned
No,
out.
I don't think it did.
No.
We'll see in a second when the pans to the other banner. Hold. Wait.
Oh, no, I don't think it was.
No,
It was
the
clear.
DK
It was
was
the
the
DK. That was
yeah.
the final one.
Huh.
It's interesting, like Viking, they really do love these strength heroes, though. I feel like most of their lineup is always in that category of just bulk and run type heroes.
The question is, I don't know if you want to instant go Snapfire, just because, of course, you have Mars Phoenix, so the Mars laying properly with the egg completely negates the Snapfire.
It's so silly, actually.
Yeah.
Because the ultimate doesn't allow projectiles in, including ones that would target the egg.
dumb, yep.
And the egg just goes off. Good luck.
And your Snapfire is usually not close enough to try and get in the arena in time either.
This is a really early jug pick for Madara. This is curious to me. I understand you know you want jug in this game, but we'll
I think like in this position though, it is like it can lane very easily against the Mars Phoenix. In terms of the game, you have the way to deal with the egg. You can always escape the Mars. Like it's just a solid pick, right? And like you're not really showing your hand with the Pango still. And it probably would have get banned out. And I think it allows for them to play that style, right? Juggernaut is a hero that, after laning phase, he wants to play with his team. He has healing ward. It's just solid, I think. They can put all the chips into like the Zibby basket or the Madara, not the Madara, sorry, the Chessie basket right now. They don't have to hold this pick too long. It's nice.
He can deal with the egg, right? So he can get in, he can get rid of it. And even if it's to worry about the spear afterwards, you can itemize against that with things like Manta to dodge out.
Yeah, like level 12 / going onwards towards Ags, Juggernaut's fine. When you get to the later stage, then it's very awkward because you spin, run to it, and you're like, I still need another like 1,000 hits to kill this thing. Oh,
yeah.
And I don't have
big. It's also a lane. I think you need something that can kill the Mars in the laning phase. You hate seeing melee heroes that don't have kill threat because they just get bullied.
The Doctor.
Could you see something like Doctor or Grimstroke maybe? Is that another option that you could see?
Witch Doctor is not a good hero.
Not a good hero.
Not a good hero.
It has its moments.
In this game or in general?
In no way is it like a tier 1 hero.
All I'm saying is, thank goodness all those teams out there are very lucky that T-Govn is no longer a coach. Because you'd have them picking Spear Prick or Witch Doctor, finding themselves
it hurts.
far away.
It is true though. I would be getting them to pick Barra, and we would be running over people like it was MVP Phoenix days, and the people would be happy because they're watching good Dota, not boring old sticking to the meta Dota.
I'm sure that T has like better strategies. He just doesn't want to reveal them on the panel, right? Like you have to pay him for the coaching if you want to get the real good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I'm giving you that freemium.
The cherry on top. You don't give them the whole cake. You're just teasing, right?
Okay, so they do go for the Snapfire in the end. It does give kill potential in their lane.
Yep, it's just perfect here because you now have a core that you can actually give kill threat to.
I also like the Viking have the confidence to go for the Quap again, right? Because that did look pretty rough in the second half of that game. And sometimes we see teams rear away from something difficult.
Just got word in my ear that T-Governor's mic is not working. Thank God.
Wow.
I actually have a button on my iPad to mute him, and it apparently worked out perfectly.
Damn.
So shout out.
They're going the whole fire. Like I
chatters.
can make drafts appear and disappear with my fingers. You can just make T's voice appear or disappear. I don't know what T's superpower is.
He doesn't have any, unfortunately.
He just shrugs and looks sad about it.
There's another Quap for Viking GG. It's to be expected. You consider their team fight's already solid. You've got a lot of plays you can make around it, and none of these OGC heroes right now threaten him at all. Very limited stunts. Very solid Quap game, and it leaves their last pick for their carry.
Do you want to shout into my mic if I just lean in? No one knows that you're good because they can't hear you right now. I'm just gonna, you know what's gonna happen here? Instead, Kyle, I'm just gonna, T's gonna say something, I'll repeat it, and then we'll go back between us. I'll seem smarter, and he gets his point across.
Well, it'd be pretty tough for you to not send
I can talk again. Thank you.
oh, we're back.
save the Lord.
Okay. Well, there we go, folks. Now it's.
I've nothing interesting to say, but I'm back.
Yeah,
Nothing
if you
out of the
guys had been
ordinary
able to
then.
hear him, you know why you'd want him as a coach. He came up with the most amazing strategies when you couldn't hear him.
Yeah, I was talking
Like he predicted Void
I was talking
Spirit.
about Spirit Breaker and MVP Phoenix days, and it was like, no, cut it. No, we don't want to hear about this thunder.
I'm
Get out
telling
of
you,
here.
I love this Void Spirit hero. It's just so good. And if you look at this, 3 squishy backliners on the side of Viking GG, it allows Chessie to get aggressive. They've got plenty of team fight now. Like, this just looks good. My question is this a Z-Freak Pango or a Zibby Pango? I think it's got to be a Zibby Pango. I know the guy, he's a Han player. This is his sort of hero. Weird, new.
Well, they have last pick, right? So they'll decide later on. I think the main point here is they have like it's the Void Spirit v Quap solid hero, but the Void Spirit's going to demolish that lane, right? You can dissimulate, get away from the.
It goes both ways. I think it's more even than you're giving.
Sorry, when I say I don't mean like Void Spirit's going to win the lane. I mean like it's one hero that can actually play the lane. Sorry, because
Sure.
Quap normally wins quite a lot of lanes.
Yeah,
Sorry, that's
when-
better
And
wording,
I
yeah.
just want to bring up a real quick point about Han players. They love vector targeting heroes. Notable.
Oh.
Chessie, Zibbe, both on vector heroes. No surprise there.
In fairness, we saw it last game, right? Like the Quap and the Void Spirit was pretty even lane. Like the lane wasn't decisive one way or the other.
Well, they just push the lane, and they get.
and then nodded at each other. I was like, all right, see you in another minute.
Also, I lied. I misread the thing. OGC doesn't have last pick, so they're going to decide now.
They're gonna
Can
have
you mute my mic again, please? Would probably simplify it.
just say you got flustered about the whole mic
waited 3
situation.
minutes for him to say something, and it was completely wrong.
Yeah, we gave you all the time in the world to come up with
I don't
something
want to praise it,
elegant
but
and beautiful.
I did predict the game right, you know, and obviously, like, I'm 4-0 today, so I'm in
Oh.
a strong position right now. I'm hoping for the 5-0 clean sweep of predictions, but
I'm just hoping to provide
You wanna just
quality
shuffle that
analysis.
bow
It's not
tie
about
a
getting it
little.
right or wrong. It's about ensuring that our viewers have the an adequate
damn,
game
Carl's
plan
doing
to
that
sort of
power play
follow.
thing again. I don't know how to beat it. I'm still
I mean,
yet
he
to learn
gets,
how to...
he gets Reddit threads that support him, T. That's the difference. Like, you
I know.
can't.
Yeah, he...
Well, you know what helps is that I don't pander to them, Killer
Exactly.
Pigeon.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
No
Look
pander.
at you.
I wasn't pandering. I wasn't
pandered
mastering my way
pandered
through
quite a
life.
bit.
I was
Yeah.
pandering for T.
He reads it daily, you know, he does the
I've
search.
seen it.
Yeah, I feed on the hate. You know, like when you're scrolling through, it's like, whatever. And you see that one person that has a problem, you're like, yeah, now I'm going to mess his day up tomorrow. I live for that. I thrive on it.
I don't know if that's an
Brewing the
effective
hate.
strategy there, KP.
Yeah.
Nah, you
But-
just got to lean into it, okay?
All right.
Baden.
I'd like to lean into the draft where OGC
Yeah.
go for an Abaddon. So it should be a Z-Freak Snapfire? I honestly have no idea. But likely now an Abaddon off. It could also be Abaddon 5.
Maybe.
But I don't like that. You have a jug. You want Abaddon in the off lane. I really like it in this game. In theory, it could be Abaddon mid versus the Quap and you Void Spirit off lane. There's a
I
lot of
like the idea of a Baden off lane, the Pango 4 potentially,
Okay.
and then you put Snap 5, and then you have this fact that you can have a Baden potentially with a decent lane, that ability to go. You have Jug behind him. Like it's a lot of push, a lot of go, a lot of fight. And if they do jump him, then you have Baden saving everyone or a buyer. We spoke a lot about how like you need to have someone with that type of kind of skill set, so or tools.
Faceless Void.
Faceless
And
Void.
Faceless Void.
Yeah, I'm all in. I really want to see the Abaddon core in this game, honestly. So it's going to be really strong against the Voiding lane. You're
Yep.
going to be able to run down towers. You're going to be able to play really well. Pango's going to have a free game on support, pretty much, and just pull waves if he wants to, pretty much do anything. And the strong post-lane game timing of this lineup on OG Seed is so hard, especially when you have
Yeah, it's
have
just the
Phoenix,
team
Mars-
fight, man. It's the team. Phoenix, Mars, Void,
Yeah.
Quap. This is terrifying
It
if you
is.
get caught out of position. I would agree. I'm leaning a little. I think OG Seed have more of a comfort zone,
Yeah.
and I think that they'll have an easier time executing, right? The problem I have when you have like Void and Phoenix and Quap is that if any of these ults are done, same with Mars, you don't really want to take this big engagement. And you kind of need all of your spells up if you're going to fight against OG Seed. They have 2 cores with innate escape abilities and then an Abaddon. And then a Pango. So they're really tough to lock down, and Viking GG have effectively 0 cheap stuns. You need to spend big cooldowns to find any sort of aggression, and if you take a fight in the pit, then there's buybacks, all of a sudden OGC is spinning it around.
But I think that's the main thing there is the fact that we saw in that last game how OGC picked apart Viking on the you waste one spell, we punish you, we run across the map, do anything we want. I think that we're gonna see that again in this game. Viking, they got to play off the fact that they're gonna have an okay time in laning phase. Their team fight is really strong, and Roshan is critical to force like that pseudo stun. We bring him to Roshan, we then throw every spell on you, kill you, get Aegis, and then push out. But I think OG Seed, it's too easy for them to bait out a spell, reset, go again, and that constant aggression will just. It's too hard to really continuously fight and defend your towers on Viking. Especially like the wave clear as well. Void needs items. Phoenix, it's like 52 seconds now for Fire Spirits or something, not 41. It's like, it's rough. I think OGC, the tempo is going to be too high for them, and OGC will win this game.
And are you sharing this sentiment? Are you on the OG Seed bandwagon?
I am.
Okay.
They're going to grow strong into a plant.
Well, it looks like Carl wants to see his bro go the full length. It's always nice to see that brotherly love. But we're going to have to see if OG Seed can actually claw this back from being 1-0 down at the beginning of the series, or if Viking are just going to behead them and leave them in the dust in the qualifier for WePlay Pushka League. I believe Trent and Lyrical are ready to find out who is about to be decapitated.
Oh, what's cracking, cool kids out there? That's right. Holy crap, this is going to be a good one. I'm excited. OG Plant, apparently. That's what's happening. I think the panel's still with us.
Apparently spines, I guess. Decapitation. Things get a little intense over there on the panel.
Hey, you know, like when someone goes down, they're out. I'm planning to light these candles as we lose teams.
That sounds very sensual.
Immemorial, right?
Don't make it sensual.
My favorite kind of a Dota draft. Most sensual wins. I'm sensing a nice pick in the Void this game. I think you know, they're fed up of struggling to like get control in some of these engagements in the previous match, and so they just got fed up and said, all right, we got Chrono, we got the arena, maybe hit an egg stun. This looks quite a bit better. But I do think that Chessie, after had like kind of a rough game one, really good game two, and now he's set for another great game here. So I could definitely see him running this one over, because although they have these big like team fight abilities, the individual potential of him to just like strike the backline seems pretty high to me.
Yeah, getting in there. I also will say that like with all these big team fight ultis, it feels like a perfect game for an ABBA Aghanim Scepter. That sounds super hype to me.
Yeah, versus the Void, it always feels pretty good.
Yeah, and then like just, I mean, everything else. It's like those big team fights. It feels like it should be a pretty nice pickup. Are they gonna get? Okay, yeah. So Aramis is gonna be able to pick up the other bounty run.
Now, historically, at least over the past couple of weeks of watching quite a bit of Dota, you know, trying to get myself back into the game here, team fight drafts not looking so hot. I feel like when I watch these games, I see all this team fight and I think, oh man, this was so good in 2014. And then I watch these games, and if you miss like one chrono, it just, people are drafting such fast lineups with like a lot lower cooldowns. Like, what's the lowest cooldown on the Radiant that we have to be concerned about? Like, Mortimer Kisses are like, and then basically it's Pango Roll at 70. Right. Other than that, they're pretty active in fighting. You don't necessarily need Omni Slash or the Mortimer Kisses to like go into battle.
Right, and I mean, normally, I guess the way that you make up for that is by having like that low-cost initiation, like an Ember Spirit or something that can set the stage for a big chrono. But it doesn't feel like they really have that either. I mean, is that something that you're really concerned about, or do you think that like they have enough of them that it will make up for it?
Well, it's all part of the long con, you see, because last game, Boom spent the whole time blinking in and just feeding. But now he's going to blink in, and you'll think, oh, he's just feeding like last game, and you'll just get chronoed in arena. So it costs them a game in the series, but overall, I think it's a mental victory.
All right. Mental victories. Get in their heads. That's the OG way. And we'll see if Viking GG are going to be able to turn that around on them and, you know, make some moves happen. I'm excited. Bottom lane, Pektu, Madara. You've got Cookie into Blade Fury. Sounds horrifying. Whether or not they're actually going to be able to make that work. I guess you probably would go on Toby, because Aramis can always just, like, go for the zoop out of there. Yeah,
you either have to, like, try and kill the Phoenix early, level 1 or something, or just try and whittle down Toby so that he's not comfortable sitting in the lane, like, kind of right now. Right? Like, now if the Cookie came back and you mangoed and spun on him, you might have a chance at level 3. Mm-hmm. But Toby's also holding a salve and 3 tangos, so he should be okay.
All right. Little creep there, taking some damage as they back out. Z-Freak needing to retreat, but they've got some impetus shots here. And Shad, unfortunately, he tanked a tower shot. Otherwise, they might have been able to go there onto Z-Freak, who's now hiding off in the trees. This is a spooky one. With only the Orb of Venom, his retreat options aren't that great.
Boom seems to be doing better in the mid lane this time with this matchup. It's not as like one-sided towards the voice spirit. I wonder if he's managing to like fake him out or something with a dagger or catch him, because he's still forcing it like that.
Yeah, they're able to dodge that one. I wonder if it's one of those matchups too where you'd think that he would have enough games on it to like know what the matchup is like. Maybe it's just like a one thing that he messed up in the last game or something, that it wasn't as dominant.
Yeah, I'm sure he's run into plenty of void spirits in his pubs. That's definitely true. Just, you know, get it fresh on the head.
Yeah. Yeah. So big things that I'm kind of thinking about in this one is mainly just like you mentioned, being able to bait out those ultimates. Do you think that OG can like try and get aggressive before they really come online?
Where are you going?
I mean, he's getting aggressive on Solari up top. Jeez.
Oh God.
Not quite enough damage. Yeah. Aggression's pretty good for them. A lot of that, again, spearheaded by Chessie for the most part. Some help from Z-Freak, but because it's a support Pango, he's going to be like a little bit slower to come online. I could see them forcing objectives a lot more this game because they have the ABBA. You don't necessarily like look at him and think like, oh, tower pusher, but I mean, that's kind of what he does, right? Like with the Curse of Avernus and the ability to just like tank up his allies and dive towers. It's a very good vehicle for taking a lead out of the laning stage and just transitioning into early towers. Centaur can pretty much do the same thing.
And I guess that it also fits well with what the Juggernaut likes to do. You know, drop down a healing ward, sit behind it, and just punch into those buildings.
Nice rune control here from OGC. Just brings Z-Freak to the top, and then position Chessie at the bottom. Trying to hurt that bottle, but we see this a lot where the mid might miss out on the 4-minute rune, but then her team will probably try and secure 2 of the bounty runes, so it kind of makes up for it.
Yeah, that's a nice way to play it. And of course, you know, Pop being able to get over there with the blinks and what have you. Maybe could even make a rotation if they wanted to. If like there's a spot where, you know, this Pango and Co is going to go a little bit lower than they would have otherwise. But speaking of which, Z-Freak sending in these illusions just to try and contest a little bit the creep that's going on there. But so far, so good. Laning stage, the only one that's really suffering is this Faceless Void, who hasn't had a great time so far.
Yeah, I think partially because his support just isn't that useful.
No.
You're talking about the player or the hero?
Was definitely talking about the hero. It's not a particularly amazing support game, right? For a she can dispel the aphotic shield. That's like kind of cool, but it's not like she's ruining something like a Darkseer that she usually counterpicks for. And looks like they caught the Phoenix post dive.
Who wants cookies? That's such a great voice line. Do you get a kill with it? That's nice.
Oh, it's nice getting first blood on your Juggernaut.
Totally. He's having a good old time.
Quad bash.
Affirmative. Dude, what the hell? These guys are just talking so much. I love it. It's nice to have a little bit of, you know, personality in the Dota players. It's not always seen there.
I do love the multiple bashes, though. That was quite the addition to the hero. You just have these phantoms just smacking somebody.
You come from birdie country.
Yeah, it's pretty unbelievable what can happen if you end up doing that. Like, because I could see a situation where if it happens, Zive just goes down. But likely for him, he didn't end up going down. It was the kill down bottom. So we got the Phoenix. Very slow start to this game.
We're inching along. Mid lane, everyone's chilling. I mean, this time, we're going to have to be watching Boom pretty closely this game as well. We talked a lot about how Chessie's going to be leading the aggression, but Boom, he had a... Oh, Mars, you're getting some low, you're dead. Yeah. There's Chessie leading that aggression. It's, we're kind of looking for, but like, Boom, we got something. We need something, man. Not just like going to the neutrals for the vast majority of the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's going to need to be a lot more active, whether that's through just TP rotations or maybe somebody coming into his lane to gank. There really aren't that many heroes, though, on his team that really connect with him, it feels like.
It's also, it feels like in a lot of these games, there's no real ganks in the mid lane because a lot of these mid laners, especially in this series, are just like not easily killable. Like trying to bring a rotation in to kill a Void Spirit when your initial hero doesn't have a stun probably isn't going to go that well.
Well, they're trying for it. And Shad's nowhere close to level 6, but that co-op rotation's not going to be able to bear fruit, as she just has to head back to the side. And like you were saying, you know, Celery, obviously an amazing player, but on this Enchantress, it just really, there's not much to do unless you're able to make some like sick plays with the creeps. Is again, Shad gonna have to jump away from that Curse of Avernus.
Celery is just using this ward and hiding in the tree right next to it. I'm a little bit worried about Chessie.
I'd be worried too. This guy's terrifying. Super spooky. So bottom lane, Madara, healing ward, healing back up. Has treads already done and looking for that Mask of Madness that has made this hero really come back into vogue. People are loving him.
Yeah, most support's just happy to pull.
And it looks like they're going to be able to find the kill. No need for a quad bash. And they get the nice little observer takedown as well.
Yeah, there you go. And proving useful. Gets the creep up here for a chain stun.
Well done.
And a stack here as well. Not the easiest thing for a Void to take, but with the help of a creep tanking it, he can assist. Getting a little bit more golden XP for the lane. Do have to worry about the potential taking of it from the Radiant, but
Down bottom, Toby gets spun on again, but Madara not going to go for the full commitment. Realized he wasn't going to be able to get that kill. Fairy Fire, Raindrops, and a Magic Stick. Toby is he's tanky.
yeah, they also had an interaction in the river there where Aramis stole the DD, but he can get away from the Void Spirit.
Okay. Yeah, they're fine. And another spear goes out there.
He's about to be 6 on Madara, though. You got to watch for this. If they push too much here, and they know that he wants his aggression too, that's why they brought Boom down. There's no Radiant Vision, although Boom, I think, thinks there was. Now, there was a ward that did scatter once he got to there, so good thing he turned around when he did, because they just got a peek at that. He was about to try and ulti into that tower.
Right.
But likewise, that Omni is ready now.
Omni Slash is ready, so he doesn't feel comfortable coming down here. You've got basically no room to gank up top. Zibe just hit level 6. He popped the Aphotic Shield, or Borrowed Time rather. But as that creep goes down, Celery just backs out again, gets one of his own again.
Bottom.
And they get the kill onto Toby. Chessie makes that rotation. Again, it's Chessie that's the one that's been much more active, and Queen of Pain just has not been able to get anything done through these past couple of games.
It's because it's a dice roll. Like, if she TP's top, and the Void, like, time walks onto someone, they just have to hope that they get a bash. Maybe,
Right.
I guess they could try with the enchant or something, but if you try with the enchant, it's just going to get a Aphotic off, right? So then they're just going to walk away. So Queen has no, like, guaranteed kill potential, whereas Chessie, all they have to do is walk in the Myers, and if they hit the cookie, he's going to have the follow-up reach to just jump and then hit him with the Aether Taunt.
Right. Going now on Zibe. Aphotic Shield, but that's just nothing. No chance.
Aramis is dead. Oh, wait. Did I speak too soon? Oh, yeah, no, he's dead. There's some juking and jiving there between the cookie, but still get him.
Yeah.
Dire's courier has been
Taking out that rune away as well from the Queen of Pain. She did manage to pick up the bounty rune instead. But Peksu throwing it out with the Omni Slash going. Toby dies again. So now TP on cooldown, 45 seconds, and Juggernaut having a really nice time. He's almost got his Mask of Madness.
And they've committed a ward here too. And he's still dying. That's pretty bad. So like a big part of that is because they got the first kill with the Chessie rotation without the Omni Slash. Or well, I guess it was the second kill to be fair, in the laning stage. And then that just sets him up for an even worse scenario because he TP's back and then he goes like, okay, I have to play around this Omni. But he's like so far behind that he's trying his best to get creeps and he just goes down.
I think some of it too is not anticipating that Snapfire was going to be level 6 right then as they throw out the Remnant, going to pull back onto this Phoenix who does have Supernova if they want to drop it. With Chronosphere available as well, they might be trying to bait OG Seed in deeper, but for Heroes, it's so hard to make that fight happen.
Yeah, it's not going to be that much damage overall yet either with just like level 1 Chrono, level 1 Egg. And obviously the level 1 Egg is just so risky. It's so easy to destroy.
Absolutely. Well, not a significant lead right now, but I think the biggest thing is Chessie's rotations, bearing some fruit, helping out those other lanes, and getting this Jug off to a hot start. Shad, in the meantime, he's a little bit behind in farm. Not the worst thing in the world, though.
Spear down bottom from Toby with the clap as well. Finding some damage here, but not enough to finish him off.
Just TP away. Toby, no more spear available. And so Juggernaut is out of there and is heading up towards the top side with the healing ward behind him. And it looks like they want to try and pressure to take down this tower possibly.
All right, so it's level 10.5 Queen. We have the Chrono, we have the Egg, we have the Arena. Are we fighting top? Or are we dipping?
I mean,
Chad is dipping.
Yeah, the call is I'm out of here. Wow.
And this is, again, the power of Ava. Just so helpful for this.
Yeah, they get some ridiculous damage into there pretty quickly. Had the healing ward down earlier. Now just popping the clarity and ready to take the tower. They are rotating in now with the Chrono available. Moving on to Zibe. Boom here as well. They're just walking in on all of them, and Zibe still has
he's just
borrowed
feeding.
time.
He's saying, I don't want to lead my team into some 4-man gank.
Yeah.
Take my body.
Well, they take that kill, and an outpost taken on the bottom side of the map. Mid,
Oh,
there's some
oh,
extra
he
damage in
finished
as
the
they
TP.
find him. Fire miss, but is it going to be enough? A couple more hits is all he needs. Chessie, one more. He's going to go down, and then just dips on out afterwards. Easy peasy for Chessie. Dude, when you have the
Ambitious TP.
right. Ugh. I mean, I don't know. Is this the right play that Boom's making right now? It all feels like it's just he hasn't had an opening. Like, I don't know what's going on.
He's still top of his team. At least he's like staying active on the neutrals. I mean, this guy's a Queen of Pain player. He seems to know what he's doing.
Yeah.
But the fact, like the whole top thing, I did like the way they backed away from the tower, then they came back in time to still secure it, and also took the bottom tier 1. That has brought Z-Freak down here. He's basically like an Earthshaker who's just like trying to get that first item. He might TP because he's like kind of useful with his level 6, but in reality, he's gonna get a lot more value by trying to get some gold and some XP at this point in the game. Yeah, now Boom is feeling a little bit like he's wasting some time. They're gonna smoke themselves. Where are you guys going?
It's like rotating towards Aramis again, maybe? I don't know. I mean, they'll definitely kill him if they want to. Okay, or not. Cast a curse, great. But they're going to take the mid tier 1 tower instead, as everybody rotated top to try and deal with the pressure onto the tier 1, and now nothing really doing. Over here to the side, disarm, they find Phoenix yet again. Trying to run him down, but Z-Freak, is he going to keep committing for this? Going in, the Rolling Thunder, and well, I don't know what the plan is here, Shad. Is he going to be able to find the kill? The roll through continues, and Z-Freak gonna TP out of there. They pull him back in with the taunt, and Z-Freak gets out. Space created indeed. As Madara. Oh, wow.
Looks like a Snapfire ulti and an Omni Slash. Oh, they didn't even need a Snapfire ulti. Yeah, I think Pexu started it and was like, oh, he's dead.
Boom.
He just killed the creep wave.
Mid lane, trying to get out, will just barely. I was super close.
Was that just solo Void Spirit?
Zibby was there to do a little bit of damage, but yeah, it wasn't much.
Ooh, it's not a good sign.
Yeah.
Oh, Pupil's gift for Jug. Oh, that's a really good item on Jug. That feels nice. He's got an Iron Talon though. All right, fair enough. He's farming. Okay, he's got the Pupils in. He's like, yeah, okay.
Well, in the meantime, Chantress goes down yet again. Yeah, Viking GG really struggling to get stuff going. It's still not a significant lead, like you were mentioning, as they'll find Pexu here trying to cookie down to the low ground. Sonic Wave comes out and kills the courier. There you go, that's value.
Yeehaw. It's her second kill of the game. 15.5 minutes in. Probably not what you're hoping for.
She does almost have the most last hits in the game, though. That's kind of crazy.
She's been hitting those creeps. That is for sure. Has the Yule's done as well in 50 gold. But Chessie is moving in towards that X. He already has the point booster. So 3k away, but she's prepping for it this game, right? Boom. No defensive item in the previous match really hurt him. It completely killed his potential to snowball because he just kept dying over and over. Even if he did like offer some opportunities for his other heroes to get kills, he was just always dead. No hope of getting back out after a blink or something. Whereas this time, he's going to have that ability with the Yules, and then it's going double defensive, skipping the Orchid, and going straight towards the PKB this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think they really need it right now, as many defensive items as possible. Because if he gets this Aghanim Scepter at a decent timing, like so many heroes, I mean, Phoenix is just going to die over and over again. Chessie is just a sort of a really scary guy to be going up against right now.
And now he did this.
Running in. Who do they have behind him? Pexu's there as well afterwards.
Gets their Observer and the Invis Void Spirit. That's nice.
Value. And Ellery goes in, tried to hit there with the Golem. Chessie just jumps away again and looks like he's going to be fine, as Aramis, running by Pexu, does have no wards. As back towards the mid, Z-Freak rolling in. He's got Celery in his sights, bouncing back and forth, hitting onto that man, killing him off. Now the Yule Scepter lift up, as well as the Cookie jump in. Well played there. Assimilate onto two of them. They're going to have that Supernova if they want to hit it, but it's a big old ulti on top of it.
There we go.
Look at it, though. The little Shredder, one more hit comes out. They will take down Chessie. Zibe under control. Z-Freak trying to back away, but he might end up going down. So they have, well, Snapfire trying to run away from him. Z-Freak eventually also is going to go down. A double kill for Boom as 4 die on OG Seed. Good reactions by and large.
So I think, if I'm not mistaken, when he Yules the Queen, he then gets speared or something, because it looked like he couldn't follow up on the Queen of Pain after he Yules her.
Right.
And then gave Boom a little bit of breathing, and of course Shad with the big play with the Chrono there. And even if they're able to take down the Snapfire, obviously, or sorry, the Phoenix with the Snapfire, still very much needed engagement for Viking GG. Not even just the fact that they got all these kills, it's only 1k lead. Like, look how much space they're getting on the map right now to get back out here, get some of these D wards. Like, they've had a sentry just chilling on this ward for a while, take over some of this map space, get the outpost. Things looking so much better. But again, cooldown base lineups struggling a little bit lately. So if you're OG Seed, you would love to take advantage of this at the moment. Chessie, no cooldowns. He just wants to dive you.
Over and over again. And they're looking to find somebody in the jungle. Unfortunately for OG Seed, Viking GG is on the other side of the map mostly. Only Aramis is up here on that Phoenix. But they will be able to take back over this outpost and going straight into Roche. This is a cool play.
Yeah, this is cooldown Dota. Cooldown's bad.
They're sending in that creep. Pulling it back in is Chessie. As he will eventually kill it off.
Oh, one of these.
Oh, no.
Oh, she must have taken another creep, did she? Haha, take that.
The big frame player. Well, Viking GG are going to get a tier 2 tower, it looks like, on the bottom lane in exchange for this. They know they can't really fight. Actually, it's not going to go all the way down as Madara TP's in, and they have to back away again. Chrono back up in about 50 seconds, but now they'd be fighting into an Aegis, which is a little bit less palatable, but they're getting farmed. They're getting what they need.
Next Chrono is only 35 seconds away here, too, so Sonic Waves coming back as well. I think if you're Viking GG, as they also all get scanned out, camping on this high ground.
Oh, stomp. Run through. Oh, Madara's not going to end up going down here, it looks like.
I mean, they scanned. They knew things were up there, so he's just feeling like, I'm super tanky.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Madara's hero. Like, when this guy first popped on the scene, I will always talk about the Madara jug. It's like he played this every game, and he just split push for 40 minutes straight and spun TP. That was his life. He led the Greeks to many a victory.
What a guy. Oh my god. Snapfire ultimate's down. They accidentally hit onto the creep. Oh, Celery, good job tanking through that one. As he was able to send in his Wildwing Ripper, jump away by the Void, still holding onto that Chronosphere. Things getting a little bit testy here. Big ultimates.
Surprisingly annoying counter to the Void Spirit setup, just because it's like, it's kind of a janky setup, like the way that works the hero, right? You're just like using and throwing out this big beam, but you know, usually it just works perfectly. Nice to have a hero to break that up.
Totally. Yeah, it seems great. And you know, you can do it for other people besides just him. Roll in. Nope, not gonna go for it. He freak cancels it. The Eul Scepter wears off. Diffusal Blade, BKB is the call for Shad. And
what comes first, though? The Ags or the BKB? It's going to be close. If this Ags comes out faster on Chessie than the BKBs on the Queen and the Void, they could have a bit of a rough team fight. Not going to be an issue for Queen. Boom is almost at the BKB at this point. He is neck and neck with the Jug at the top of the net worth chart. I also heard he's the Euls too, so doesn't worry too much about the Silence. But the Faceless Void, Silence obviously a key issue for this hero.
yeah, for numerous reasons. I mean, even just surviving through a gank or something like that. Obviously, you wouldn't love to use a BKB charge for that, but Shad well on his way towards being able to finish off that defensive item. And it looks like, as far as they're concerned, they really are waiting on that Aghanims on Void Spirit to really go in for it. I didn't even realize it's the Void Spirit versus Faceless Void. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have some fun as this game gets later.
So far, I have to say. They've done well. Viking GG though. No fight was found by OG Seed while the cooldowns weren't there. So now, if they want to get aggressive, they have to worry about all these big spells coming back up for the side of Viking GG. And the Blink Dagger is going to be a great pickup for Toby on that Mars here soon, because there's some heroes that can't really deal with that well. I mean, particularly like even just a Snapfire, like you don't really have to like self-cookie out everything. Just can completely disrupt this whole setup that they've got going for them. And obviously, you know, Blink Spear onto someone like Chessie could just be instant death when you go for this like Euls into Ags build.
Yeah, because there really isn't that other defensive hero. I guess Abba to some extent actually with the Photic Shield. But likewise,
it works if they're balled up though. But that's like one of the cool things about the arena is that when like these aren't the longest cast range saves, right? Whereas in the arena can really block away these like secondary saves of the cookie, or even a primary saving hero like the Abba still struggles versus that big physical barrier.
Right. Yeah, totally. And that's going to be the strength that Mars It's just got the pipe already done. Should be noted, they're going a lot of the other team fight group up items from OGC, right? Vlad's is going to come out soon on Abba after the drums, and then the Snapfire almost at the mechanism as well. Only about 600 gold away from finishing that one off. And they just have sort of been hiding out along the map, continuing to sit on the Aegis. Minute left.
Yeah, you click through the Radiant heroes and you look at the auras, it's pretty different compared to the Dire heroes. There's not a lot of team auras going around. We pretty much got, I believe we have a goblet that I just see. Nice. Shout out to Soleri. And then we have a pipe.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Well, group up, smoke up now.
40 seconds left on this Aegis. They're not going to push high ground. They're just diving back in towards their own jungle, hoping to find a prime target. Viking GG maybe not having a good read as to where they are because Soleri is just going to run right into them.
Yeah, I think if he
Body
dies
blocks.
here...
Oh no! Jelly leapfrogged. It's a little goblet, man.
Oh, wait. On the other side, though, they found the Phoenix. So Chessie's going to get him as well. So that should be at least one. If they don't get Aramis here, this feels real bad, but he will die, it looks like. But again, it feels kind of lackluster for an Aegis. I guess they got the other outer tier 2 towers. So they got some good objectives while that was going on, but Viking GG still holding on to that lead.
Yeah, I think you definitely don't want to go high ground with that Aegis. Just,
Right.
You're not ahead in net worth, and even if it is an extra life, and it is a good way to try and like kind of negate the chrono, it's all about the next Roche. That's gonna be the one that really matters this game. But Ara, the defensive spin into his own jungle, he's feeling the potential fear.
Yeah. Well, 700 gold away from BKB for Faceless Void. They have the Aghanims now done on Chessie. So this could be one of the ideal times to take the fight, but will Viking GG oblige?
Yeah, this feels a lot more like game one, where OGC were kind of prepped and ready for all these engagements, and then they just couldn't find them. They just got worked around the map and walked on, and they do have the tower advantage by a 1 here, so there's at least that going for them, but it's nothing too crazy. And in fact, it's Viking GG that looks to be farming a bit better here as they're jumping around, but now they're going to get the Mars.
Yeah, Newell Scepter lift up into the cookie afterwards. DD on Chessie, boom, shows up right now.
Oh, don't save your buddy.
This is a little bit crazy. Like we said, Shard does have that Chronosphere, but he's a little ways away from the BKB. This is really, really disciplined play coming from the Dire. Well done. Only lose the Mars there.
Don't fight that. Don't ruin your chance of that next Roche. Just get to that first. Let your Shad finish off his BKB and make this game much easier for himself. Plus, it's neutral item time. Who wants to fight before neutral items? Come on now. Oh, that's Queen.
That's
BKB
pretty bad.
30 seconds.
Oh, God. Gotta run away. Silenced again. Cookie comes out, and the heal coming from Phoenix is Eul Scepter. Is it enough? Ugh, not enough. That hurts. That one hurts a lot. Oh, Aramis barely able to get out of that one. Oh, I don't know, Trent. What are you thinking? This is looking a little spooky now.
It's painful. She got caught. That's her first death of the game, actually. Not forcing it like the previous match. It's okay. Again, it's just they're not losing the Roche. The Roche is the big thing. That is like the counter to Chronosphere. It's the counter to Wombo Combo. So you really don't want to just gift that over to OG Seed. And you really want to like flex your team fight around the pit too. So they know the earliest potential respawn is 30 seconds, but now they're gonna try and find a fight at this tier 2 tower.
Smoke up is there. Zibe behind enemy lines. I mean, Zibe's right nearby. He can throw the Aphotic Shield on him to keep him alive for the moment. And can they bring down Madara? Omni Slash gets out. The turnaround is there. It's significant. And the roll through coming through on Seafreak as well. Do they have enough damage? Aramis trying to do what he can, but already with 2 dead. And now the Snapfire ultimate coming out. Viking GG has to get the hell out of here as Aramis likely to die. That was not the fight they wanted. Oh, yeah, my dude, he doesn't have BKB. Hey, he's just dead. What?
Man,
oh.
I want to shut up Pex in that fight because he was little shreddering the Phoenix. He stopped killing the egg to cookie someone because he realized that was going to be more important than letting that egg go off. I don't know, he thought maybe he's both, but yeah, I don't know why they just did that.
That's insane. And suddenly a 4,000 gold lead. I mean, the timing would have been great for Viking GG in a little bit because Roche still isn't up for another minute 30 seconds. So you hypothetically could have you know, gotten the next couple of items or, you know, the smoke that you wanted, but now they're likely going to lose at least 2 lanes of Rax.
I think the key there is that, you know, you take that fight, it looks good. Maybe they were under the impression that he was alone.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can imagine is that they thought, but I don't think he would be alone in a game with so many BKB. Like, just the ability to just chrono you. You can't really rely on spin TP.
Well, good positioning in that one as they pull him back in. Toby in trouble. Shad also going to get silenced, going to get Omni Slash yet again. Is that what that was? I don't know, but Boom going to have to try and BKB and get the hell out of there as the rest of OGC trying to retreat.
All right, it was a bait. Excellent work, Toby.
What the hell was that? That wasn't an Omni Slash. It was just Mexican Madness. Jesus, that's terrifying.
It was right click, though. You were right. It was the bash.
Yeah. Well, still, 6,000 gold lead. They don't end up getting the second set of racks, but they will at least get the tier 3 tower.
And if they lose this game, there's no doubt it's going to be that bottom tower fight. It's just like, there's so many questions about that play that go unanswered. Like, chronoing someone, there's an ABBA and a Snapfire, and you chrono him, like, completely alone like that. Like, you know that those saves are going to be there.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, you think, like, all right, we can just pile onto this jug all at the same time. He baited it really well, too, right? Like, spinning right there is the end, as we do have a short pause, hopefully. A smoke up coming from Viking. And they do have, is it all their ultimates that's back up again? Chrono in 17 seconds. I don't know.
They're scared about just like losing the Roche. They know that if they get the Aegis on the Radiant, they 100% lose this game. Or at least it's extremely difficult to fight them coming high ground with the Aegis. So they feel very pressured to get it on the map. And maybe try and find like this pick off in a very unexpected moment.
All right, moving forward, get a ward down, spot out Madara. He's all alone there. They do have a blink initiation if they want to use it, but
they saw Chessie too.
Yeah, they're not going to find that opening. It doesn't look like. Again, Chrono's back up very shortly. Roll. They're thinking about it. Z-Freak, Shad, he sees an opening here onto a couple. Jumps in, Blink Dagger to initiate. Now the jump in from Chrono as well, looking for the opening. They have the Supernova already up, but they just walk away. They're not going to kill anybody here. I mean, if they're not careful, they could take a really bad fight. Shad is very far away from his team, super duper spread out. They jump onto Z-Freak. Omni Slash comes out onto both of them. Toby's gone. Yo, what is happening? OG Seed smelling blood as the silence comes out now, trying to run away. Eul Scepter lift up, dissimulate off to the side. He's still thinking about it. He's saving it. Turns on to Pex, who might not need it, in fact, but there's the Aphotic Shield rundown continuing to come out, but the jump in, the match, they got him caught. Oh God, the Chrono, it might be enough there to take down the Juggernaut finally. That's what they needed, but can they find some more kills there? Another round of Aphotic Shield, trying to back away. Z-Freak will eventually go down.
The goof.
But Chessie, he kills off another. All right, Spear there. They take down Pexu one last time again. It was weird. It was weird, but it worked.
What a time to get an Arcane Rune for that Void. Like, he needs this Chrono again so desperately, so they'll have a chance to fight when these heroes respawn, and that's going to help lower that window. In the end, it looks like if this fight recap's correct, the gold was kind of a wash, but it was about a 3k XP swing to help out Viking GG. So there is at least that going for them, and they're going to move into this pit. No Chrono, but only 2 heroes alive on the Radiant and no buyback.
Yeah, Taunt pulls them in. They do have the Centaur in here ready to go for a stomp if things get a little bit testy.
How much you want to bet Chessie steals this, though?
I mean, I'd be willing to take that bet. Oh, Zibe, Aphotic Shield, speared back in to the tree, walks
so
away.
They're slowing it down. They're all respawning now.
Oh, this is really spooky. Still 40 seconds until Roche, they pull back in. There's going to be the bounce back and forth of death coming from Z-Freak, trying to control Sad, but he's still got his BKB working. Now Chessie, his BKB has already been used as well. They take down the ABBA, buys back immediately. Trying to get into this fight. They miss the Remnant. Z-Freak does a little ring around the Rosie through the pit there. Chessie throwing out a few more silences, and Chrono back off cooldown 20 seconds.
Boom's running, though. He's got that BKB. He didn't pop it before he died.
Abyssal Blade takes down one, looking for more. Taunt pulls him in. They buy back on the Enchantress. She's TPing into the outpost. Madara trying to control Toby. Gonna be able to get the Rash out. They get the Spear. The jump is coming from
Chrono.
Can Madara get this one off? He's got 8 seconds until Omni Slash. They're looking for that opening. Lift up there onto Void. Silence comes out. He doesn't have BKB anymore. He's controlled. If they can bring him down right now, he needs to get this Chrono Spear off. or just back away. They're trying to reset the fight. There's going to be Mortimer's Kisses, jump in, Chrono, it's onto the spin, but it might be enough to take down this Juggernaut, trying to kill off the egg, but he walked into the Chrono. It doesn't work, Jug is dead, no buyback. They're gonna lose another one here as they try and bring down the Void. They will eventually kill him off. Literally everybody is dying. As Boom, hoping to find himself another kill there. They're gonna lose the Abaddon. Chessie, another BKB used another Rolling Thunder. As they get the jump up to high ground, Boom runs into a big bad man, but the Yule Scepter walk away afterwards. Bounce back again, not quite gonna happen. He needs to TP out. So Z-Freak will be able to escape. Absolute madness.
We have 8 deaths and 4 buybacks there, including 1 dieback there for our dear ABBA player, it seems.
Oh my god. And now Roche, it's still there.
Yeah, so if you're cool with paying like 12,000 or 1,200 gold or so, then for an Aegis, that seems like a win for Viking GG.
If they get it. Hey, I've seen this before. Does Pango have ulti up again? 20 seconds. Jump in, Chessie! Trying to take him down Celery. Get out of there. It's terrifying. And now Z-Freak. Oh, he might have gone a little bit too far. Yeah, he's going to get punished by this one. He gets taken down. Does have buyback.
I will say Shad's been a little unlucky on the bashes, so I think he deserved a few of those.
Yeah, and that earlier hold of the Chrono, it looked funky in that mid-fight, but it ended up being absolutely the right play, like you're talking about. Particularly getting that Arcane run later on. I don't know. It feels like this game has devolved into madness.
Creeps are just taking time. They lost a tier 4 to Creeps.
They're all just chilling here. Chessie, another round of the Aether Remnant. And Celery is just not long for this world. BKB used. They have the arena down. Misses the spear afterwards. Shad, Chrono still available. Not for 30 seconds. The Abyssal Blade comes out. Omni Slash afterwards gets the time walk away. Madara not able to find that kill. They have taken down the Phoenix and the Enchantress, and now Toby also is going to die. And with that, it should finally be the Roche.
Yeah, and likely the final nail there for Viking. They managed some pretty crazy plays to keep themselves in this one, but the Aegis, they know it's the end-all be-all. That's why they're chucking bodies at it like crazy. But now another death to the Phoenix without getting the egg off seems to have secured this Roche with ease for the Radiant side, and now they have the Aegis and the cheese on Madara's Juggernaut. Do they have the damage in this Chrono? They can hit some crazy backline one with the egg, maybe.
I mean, Shad's going for the all-in. He's still a little ways away from it. The game might be over before he's capable of getting there. Rapier,
just kill everyone else but the Jug. It's the only way.
Oh, and the Fire Spirits to try and slow this down, but a Aphotic Shield is there afterwards. Shad has BKB in 5 seconds. Madara, ooh, they're still hanging on for the moment. Jump in. Slow down on a Zibe. Toby able to catch him here. The Phoenix Egg on the other side of it. They might be able to get this kill. If they can kill, they can Chrono afterwards. Chrono there on to 3. It's not enough damage though. When he runs into the Pango, they're not even gonna get the Jug, it doesn't look like. As he is keeping on beating into them, they finally burn through that Aegis. The jump forward coming from Chessie, trying to take down Boom. Yule Scepter lift up. That was not his own, and a good attempt to try and keep alive the Quap, but in the end, it was not worth it, and the GG is called, and I think that is slamming your keyboard in excitement as the OGC take the game.
The excitement of the Faceless Void?
Maybe. Or, oh, was that the pause it? Oh no. Oh no.
Those darn headsets, you know? Cool down Dota, baby. It is rough, man.